But just wanted to show you this update that I have here. Hello friends, Keisha H here. I am back with another part to our spring seedling starters. We have done quite a few things and we have finally gotten to the part. We soaked our seeds, we put them on our paper towels, and we set them to try to get them to sprout, to germinate. And now we're at a point where we want to put some of these seeds into the starter trays, into the soil. So that's where we are at this point. And so to not have to up pot these as much, I am going to put some of these into bigger cells, okay? So I do have some containers that I already have prepped here. So we have these here, and there's 3 different types of containers in this one. I don't even remember the size of these, but we have this size and we have this smaller size. So these are all plastic. And then there is a medium size. So the 3 of these side by side, you can see the difference. So we have already soaked the soil. We've lined this tray with one of the bags from the soil. So another repurposing and reusing of materials that we make us a catch for the water that'll drip down or that we may pour into this to help with watering these videos. So here's where we are. So we're going to take some of these seeds, and so as to not have to up pot as often, we're going to plant these. Let's stick them in the soil and we're going to hope for the best. We will take these 3 different types of peppers and we will use these 3 medium-sized black containers. Okay. Uh-oh. You gotta drip. Gotta drip, friends. I'm trying to make space over here. Okay, so let's bring this down here. So this is, and there's sticks in this soil mix. This is the bag one. And again, this is the pot. It already has holes in it, so that's why it's dripping. And this is gonna be the habanero pepper. And so I am going to just place these seeds in there. And it's gonna take a little bit of time. Peppers take a little bit of time to germinate. Okay, friends, so we're placing these in here. And you normally want to give space. And since I was supposed to be trying to get these to not have to up pot these as much, so I've already put 3 of them in here. Okay. Yeah. So there's 3 in this container. And then what I'll do is I'll put a couple more in this container, since I did take out quite a few seeds. So we got 3 in each container, friends. I'm trying to take out some of these big chunks of wood, okay? And so now I'm gonna take my little chopstick and just poke it down in the hole, okay? That's all I'm doing, just barely. And just barely covering them, friends, okay? Make sure that they didn't come out. Yeah, they didn't. Okay, so these are our habanero peppers, and I am going to take my marker and mark this, my little labels here, so that I don't forget. And again, these are recycled yogurt containers, and we're using a Sharpie. Oh, and it looks like it's leaking. Oh my. And I think I spelled that wrong. Habanero pepper. Okay, and so today, 18th. Okay. Okay, so that was easy peasy quick, right? So we have these that we have completed here, okay? So we're gonna put these back in the tray and try to put the water back in there, okay? And so we will do that. This is, again, the Serrano chili pepper, and there's only 3 of these seeds. I didn't do extras of those. So we're also gonna just put these here. And I hope the seeds are gonna be okay. This one looks like it was starting to do something. It looks like it was starting to do something, friends. Okay, and then we're just gonna, can't see. You don't want to put them too deep. Okay. Alrighty. And thankfully, I did already do the labels for the other 2, but the habanero, I had forgotten to do that one. So we already have this one. And this is for the hot Serrano chili pepper. All right, so we'll put that back in there. And next one, and again, there's only 3 peppers on this one. And this is the cayenne pepper. So we're hoping that we can get these to germinate and fairly quickly. I don't know what that was. Okay. And this label here. See where my ink was bleeding off my pen? Got this one down in there. We have our next thing. We have our sweet peppers, okay, friends? So we have our sweet peppers. So we have red sweet peppers. We have purple sweet peppers, purple bell peppers, green bell peppers, and more sweet red peppers, okay? Not gonna take these out. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. You don't see my face, but you see the trays. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put, this is way too many peppers, but I am gonna try to get as many to germinate as possible, or to make sure that we have some to germinate. So I'm gonna put 6 in this larger container just to see, make sure that we have some to germinate. I don't think we need, I don't know why I did that. I don't remember. And like I said, I've had so much going on here recently. so these are the red bell peppers, or the sweet red peppers rather. And we're just gonna slightly poke them into the soil. Just slightly. Okay. That was the sweet red pepper. And I know some of them were from my garden, and then some of them were from the seed. Maybe that's the difference between the two, because I think I saved the purple seeds from the garden. I don't know that I bought another packet of those. So this is the purple bell pepper. We'll put the ones that look okay in here. And then some of them don't look good at all. Okay, friends. We're making a little headway, I am putting our tomato seedlings. We have had those soaking and on the heat mats. And so we're gonna be putting those into their trays. So we have prepared our containers, okay? So we have our tomato, our patio hybrid tomato. We have our red cherry, large red cherry tomatoes, or cherry tomatoes. We have our Rio Grande tomatoes, and we have our black creme tomatoes. So we have 4 types of tomatoes that we will be growing here in the garden in 2026. So I have soaked these in their containers here, and so we're gonna put those into the containers. And we've already done our labels as well. So everything is labeled. So we have these black creme tomato seeds here. So we have these black creme, bring this down just a little bit. We have these black creme tomato seeds. So there's only 3, and you can see these 1, 2, 3, and you can barely see it, but there is just a little bit of germination there. So we're gonna gently take these off and hopefully not pull the little sprout out. I don't know if you can see it at all, but there's just a little bitty nodule there, okay? So, and that I'm seeing that on each one of them. So I am considering that a success with the soaking for each of these. And we're gonna hope that we will, almost threw that seed away, friends, and I would have been wondering why it didn't come up. Okay. I would have been wondering why it didn't come up. So let me bring this over here on the mat. Now, what did I do with the little pokey thing? I had a little chopstick that I was poking the seeds into the soil with, and now I don't see it. So I'll just use the back of the tweezers here. Okay, so we have gotten the black creme. We gotten the black creme in there, okay? And so the next one is the Rio Grande seeds. And we will take out the label, put that in. And let's open up these. You can see the seeds inside. We folded them in on top of the chamomile tea soaked paper towel. So let's see what we got on this one. Okay. My little eye is not seeing a thing. What do your little eyes tell you? Do you see anything? I don't see anything. They are just slightly swollen. I see nothing, but I'm gonna put these 4 little seeds, excuse me, into this starter container. And again, we're gonna hope for the best. And these will stay inside. Okay, friends? These will stay inside. I'm gonna push them down with the back of the tweezers. The word wouldn't come to me, friends. Okay. Okay. So we have 2 down. Now this is our cherry tomato, and we do not have a bag and a label for it. But let's see if we have any slight germination with these. Again, nothing. There's another pack of cherry tomatoes, friends. Let me see how that one did. So here's another pack of the cherry tomatoes, because I had a plethora of tomatoes in 2025, and we don't need that many tomatoes. We don't even eat tomatoes like that. And these cherry tomatoes, they did produce very well. Let's see. Okay. So it actually looks like these did better than the other ones. I can see a slight little sprout. You can see a slight little sprout. If you look closely on these 2 right here, see a slight little sprout. And when I picked it up off the paper towel, guess what? They fell off, but this one has a little sprout on it. Can you see that, friends? So we're definitely gonna keep this one. And even the ones that, like this one had one on and it came off when I picked it up. This one has a little, uh-oh, it's not focusing in, but it has a little sprout on it. Yeah. Uh-oh, that's paper towel. You don't need to grow paper towels. This one has a teeny tiny little bit. So we're gonna put all of them into the soil. I don't know if you can see that one on there. We're gonna put all of them into the soil here. And again, hoping for the best. That one doesn't want to be planted. It doesn't want to stay in the soil. It wants to come back off. They don't want to go inside. Okay. let me look again at these. So maybe some of these do have some little sprouts on them. You see anything there, friends? Anyway, I'm gonna put these into another container here and see if we can get some sprouts off of these tomatoes. Again, I don't need a lot of tomatoes, but we'll take the stronger of whatever germinates and go from there. We're just trying to get them started. We're just trying to get them started, friends. Okay, we'll have to get another label. And I'm just gonna use my finger because the Q-tip me my tweezers didn't want to act right. Okay, so let's make another little label for these cherry tomatoes before I forget. Red cherry tomatoes. All right, and this is the last one. These are our patio hybrid, and we did good with those last year. We did really good with those last year. So, but again, we're only putting 3 of these in, and we're hoping that we get some germination. And everything that I put under my grow lights in the soil have germinated quickly. So I'll show you guys that in another video. So we only have 3 of these little hybrid tomatoes, and you can actually see, maybe you could if it was looking right, but you can kind of see that little sprout there. Get these chunks of wood out of there. Those big chunks of wood, friends. Isn't that crazy? Okay, and that one has a little bit on there. Okay. These little seeds, you just need to just barely get it in there and cover it just a little bit. Okay, and those were the tomatoes, friends. So we have gotten our little tomatoes. Turn the container around, that way you can see them better. So we got our tomatoes in here. We have black creme, we have our hybrid patio, we have our red large cherry tomatoes, and a Rio Grande. And those all did really good in the garden in 2024. So we're hoping that we'll have as much success in 2026 as well. Okay, we soaked Swiss chard seeds, and we soaked spinach seeds, and then we took those out of the water and set them out to dry. And so now we are going to put them into the containers. These can be direct sowed, but I have had success with putting them in containers and then transplanting those as starters. And so that is what I'm doing here. So these are the Swiss chard seeds. So they have soaked and they have expanded, and we are hoping that that will give us a more success. So these are the seeds. They have been drying here. Okay. And so now we're going to put them here into these containers. Okay. So we already have some things there, but we're going to put them into 3 containers here. And I am going to, oh my goodness, they just popped out of my hand. They did not fall. into the trays, they fell down into the water. And my eyesight is not the best, friends. But once it gets up some size, you can definitely tell the difference between a Swiss chard and a spinach, okay? Even though I think spinach and Swiss chard taste the same, they do not look anything alike once they grow. So these are going to be quite close together in here, and that is okay because we will be transplanting these out and thinning them out later. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit more soil on top of them. So I'm getting some soil from over here to put on top of these, the Swiss chard that I have. And we just want just a little bit. Okay. Just enough to cover. And then we are going to soak these in. The soil is underneath was already quite damp. Okay, so we already had soaked the soil, but now we're just soaking them from the top. Okay. And so those were the mixed color Swiss chard seeds. And this is an heirloom variety that I picked up from the $1.25 store. Okay, so we had them on this paper towel. We put them in there, and I will come back through and label those. Okay, so we do labels for the Swiss chard. So we have Swiss chard, and we've already done other seeds as well. We've done pepper seeds, sweet as well as hot peppers, and we've done a variety of tomatoes. We also have some other things that we placed in the seeds, so I'll do a separate video for those. But just wanted to show you guys what I have here. And so I will be making labels for all of these things here. So we have Swiss chard, and so I'll make a label for each one of these containers that we have these vegetables in. So here are some seedlings that have already started to, we've gotten germination and they're sprouting, and we're having the hardest time with the lighting, but we're gonna get that squared away. But we have some germination, we have some sproutlings here with our seedlings. And so this tray that I'm gonna show you, okay, let's see if we can bring you up and get all of us in here. Or maybe just a seedling tray. So you're just gonna get the seedling tray, friends. Okay, so we have this seedling tray here, and bring you back up to me. So what I typically will do is that I will chart out. So this seedling tray here, when I first bought it, it had a actual chart that you would lay out what's in each cell because they're too tiny to actually label inside the seed startling tray. So I always do this, and not only do I chart from here, but once I put things out into the garden or the greenhouse, I will also chart those things out as well and move things around, and then I'll rechart, but not always, you know, once things get up to a size and I know where and what everything is and they're not moving anymore. But this tray here that we have, okay? And again, this is our burpee seedling starter tray that we have, and we have a nice selection of herbs and flowers here in this tray. So I'm going to use my pencil here that you can see. So this is the bottom of the tray. This is the top of the tray that we have. So what we have, these this is catnip here. Don't even know if you can see that. So this one here, you can see just one little thing peeking up there, but there is catnip there in that cell. Trying to get the whole tray in here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I think we got the whole tray. So we have catnip. We have sweet Italian basil. We have red Reuben basil. We have mammoth basil. We have spicy globe basil. And then we have a compact variety of basil. We have a Genevieve basil. We have lemon drop basil. We have spicy saber basil. And then we have some dill here that has been kind of going with the light. We need to put a fan inside our little makeshift greenhouse here in the house where we're starting things. And then after the mammoth dill, the mammoth dill, we have thyme. So these here are thyme. And then back here, this is cilantro, our coriander, and this is the seeds from plants that came out of my garden. So this second cell here in the third row, these are additional cilantro seeds that came out of my garden. So at least one of those have germinated. So I'm excited for that because I wasn't sure if it would germinate. And then we have 2 oregano, we have sage, and then we have parsley. So these middle ones have not germinated yet, but I'm not upset about it. This is more parsley, rosemary, spearmint, chamomile. I can see some things going on here with the chamomile. Not sure if I can bring that up for your little eyes in the camera, but here in the chamomile cell, there is a little bit of germination going on there. So super excited about that. And then this cell here, this is our echinacea in this cell. So both of these are echinacea here. And then this cell should have the yarrow in it. And that will be yarrow from my garden that we have already sprouted. And then this is the Elysium here. And then marigolds in both of these from my garden. And then this marigold is from, these marigolds are from the community garden, okay? My marigold from my garden has not sprouted. The seeds from my flowers have not sprouted yet. That's not to say they won't, but they have not as of yet. But these are seeds, marigold seeds that I got from the community garden just this year, and they have sprouted. And I'm gonna let these shells stay there and let them take themselves off, okay? And then here we have zinnias. So these are cherry queen zinnias in both of these cells. They are doing great. They were the first things to pop out of this starter tray. And then next we have petunias in both of these, and then we have the white verbena. Okay, so the petunias and the white verbena have not popped up yet. So we're excited because things are growing. We are going to be replacing this cell here. This first cell is empty. It was supposed to be borage, but I put the borage in a separate container. And it has not started sprouting yet. But we are excited about the things that we do have growing on here in this seed starting tray. Okay, so we are super excited. And remember, friends, this seed starter tray, it is a bottom watering tray. And so you can see down at the bottom, there. So we're super excited with everything that's growing on here. The seed starter mix that we put together with the Miracle Grow seed mix, and then the cocoa core and the peat moss. So that mix here, it is doing great. So we're excited about things, and I'm pretty certain that this is a little bit of the time that went over into this sale. No, leave that alone, Nor. Okay, so we're super excited about that. So let me show you the next container, friends. Now, hey, move. The cat has joined the party, and she just wants to dig in everything, friends. Okay, let me bring you guys up. Okay, friends, so that I'm super excited about my herbs and my flowers, which are doing great. They're doing everything that I wanted them to do, and it has only been 8 days. That tray is only 8 days worth from putting it in the soil. So the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 9 days. I put it in the soil, and it's only been 9 days of growth there. So I'm super excited that we have that much germination. That's why those other things that have not popped up yet, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't even write down how long it takes those things to germinate. But just wanted to show you this update that I have here with the seedlings, okay? Super excited with what we have growing on here at my house, close to the garden, inside under the grow lights, friends. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. I welcome you guys to the channel. I welcome you into my home, into my garden. I appreciate you guys so much. So stay blessed, stay beautiful. Remember to be kind to yourselves. Be patient with yourselves. Be patient with those around you. Be kind to those around you, because we're all at very different stages in our life. We all have so much going on. We are all going through something. So just keep that in mind as you go about your day, as you go about your way, that just be kind to one another, and definitely be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace in everything, because we are only human, friends. So excuse me and my emotions. We have had plenty of reason to have them displayed openly lately. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, and I will see you guys in the next one. And hopefully it'll be an update with some of the additional seeds that we planted, our tomatoes, our peppers, and we're gonna put some more things down. But we only have so much space, but for now, this is what we have. And we're gonna get outside if the weather will cooperate, and if life will just slow down just a little bit for us, friends. So stay blessed and beautiful, and I will see you in the next one.